doing today? Ladies, what are we sipping on? I have tea, iced tea now. It's turned into iced tea. So, yep, going to go roll with that.
And following on from that, this is now iced coffee.
So maybe we need to refill our cups today. Hey,
We need to get those cups that keep it warm. You know, those,
have you seen them? They're like electric, the bottom or something. And plug it in and it
They
stays
sell
warm
them at
all day.
Kmart.
Oh, don't tell me. I'll be going there later. Maybe do
They
tell
do.
me.
They have like the
Kmart.
little mugs and like
Kmart.
plugs into like your laptop or whatever it is, something with a USB, and it like keeps your drink warm.
I reckon a woman created that, invented that.
Yeah, smart woman.
Talking about filling our cups, well, today we're going to be talking about from idea to income. Keeping your cup full. So I'm going to bring it way back. I'm going to start off with this because I love this topic. I'm always full of ideas. My husband said, if you get one more idea, that is it. You're bad. And I'm like, no, but I'm just Piscean. And with Piscean people, we are all about dreaming and putting ideas into practice. But ideas do need to be turned into income. So today we're going to be talking about where you were when your business idea first clicked and what it felt like. So I'll start off with that as I sip my water. So I'm full of ideas. Give me an idea and I'll make it happen. So when I had my second child, I wasn't working, but I felt like... Do I need to redo the whole thing again? I'm happy to. You sure? It's spinning around. It's like the little snake thing. Okay, so when my youngest was born, I had all these ideas in my head from nappy cake. So that was really big about 20 years ago. So I started
remember the nappy cakes.
nappy cakes because I was making things accessible and easily for parents to give to other parents. So nappy cakes was one of my inventions. No, it didn't last long. I got bored with that. And the ideas just kept coming and coming. Then I thought I'll just stick with what I know, and that is early childhood. So that brings me to my business idea in 2014. And I haven't looked back. So my idea clicked pretty much from hustling here in this household, thinking, how can I bring extra money? What can I do? What can I do? Like I said, I tried so many different side hustles, and then early childhood, Miss Carla came into play and it felt amazing. But
can we talk a little bit about what the business is? Because for those who are listening, but they don't know who you are and they don't know what your business is, and maybe you can give them a little bit
I feel like everyone just knows who I am. So my business is Decorati, and it started in 2014. So that was the idea back then. But I've actually just put it on pause, ladies. So still am Miss Carla. But Decorati is a hands-on activity business where I pretty much went all over Sydney teaching children how to make anything from nature art, canvas painting, slime making, cooking, incursion, anything like that. So it was all hands-on, and it's because of that early childhood educator in me. I graduated in 1998 and started my early childhood journey in 1999. Just the other day, you know. And the business was from my struggles because I had my two boys at home, and I took them to all different activities back in the day, but there was nothing around this area. So I live in West Hoxton, where you ladies are right now with me. There was nothing around. There was no Oran Park, Gregory Hills, or whatever is out here. So back in the day was just nothing. There was nothing. So I traveled to take my kids to something, you know, something special, a bit more than just like a normal gymboree or something. That was there. Place it. There was hardly anything back in the day. So I started it from thinking, you know what, I've got these two boys now. I'm an early childhood specialist. I'll do it. and it felt great, but it was those life events that happened to me that sparked different ideas, but it turned into a business. So again, those ideas come into an income. But like you said, Joe, everyone needs to know what I do. So decorating is on pause because I'm done with that. And I will come back to my story in a moment because I've got a lot happening in my life at the moment. But I'm going to go to you, Karma. So you own a photography studio in your house, and I believe you've been a photographer. So again, talk about ideas to income. So where was your inspiration coming from? Was it a life event like mine, or no? Tell me.
It was a combination of things. So I was always into photography in high school. I was naturally able to, communicate big groups. I've got a big family, and I knew exactly how. It just came naturally on how to take a photo, how to frame them in. But I never thought of it as a business. I was top marks in computers and in photography. We in a dark room. Everything that was so fun, and then it wasn't until I got married at 21 and my husband was thinking ahead, the accountant businessman that he is. We're family orientated, so we wanted to make sure that I was accessible to the children and the family. That's our main goal. And then he asked me a question never asked before: what do you want? Because as this Australian Lebanese, that's being married was the ultimate goal. But I know people will be like, oh my God, as if that's it. But it wasn't, those kinds of questions weren't circulating in our household. Not because, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it was just, we're first generation Australian, so they don't know any better. But my mum, and I didn't realise this until someone said this in business, because they were surprised by my story. They said, didn't your mum make you sit in the kitchen all day? And I'm like, no, she didn't. She pushed us out to go work and, have a name for yourselves. So coming back to my idea, so my husband's like, okay, what do you want to do? And I said, photography. I didn't think much of it. And then a month later, he surprised me with my first camera. And then he's an accountant, so he threw in the business as well. So that's why when you meet me, I'm always throwing people in the deep end, because that's how I learned.
So hang on a minute. Were you already working for a photography business?
No.
Working for someone?
No. I was a personal assistant, receptionist, personal assistant to big companies.
Okay.
I had, I answer phones, do all the admin. I had all the, people. I was so good at my job that I wouldn't move up because they had never had anyone as good, So then I'd move businesses. So once we started having our family, I just got sick of working for corporate organizations, and I said to my husband, I think I'm ready now to just do this as my thing. So I'd work with corporate photography, do their headshots. The video wasn't big back then, so it was just photography, headshots, group shots. I'll do real estate agents, any builders that had joinery kitchens. I was in there doing all that. And then my daughter, when my daughters were born, it wasn't until maybe the second year I realized it's getting too hard. And then I had family and friends ask me if I do baby photos. And then that question kept asking, they kept asking, I'm like, okay, maybe I should do baby photos. But prior to, so when I first started photography, I was calling around other photography companies, to try and get experience and whatnot. And they were all like, no. And then I got so frustrated with the last one. I'm like, how am I going to get experience and learn the business if no one's accepting anybody? Because you just got to keep trying. I stopped calling around. I said, you know what, I'll just do it myself. So my husband was good at website marketing stuff. So he got me on the top page of Google, and I was just getting inquiries and just winging it half the time. I'd walk into a job because I know the technical side of things of photography. So if there's low light or a lot of light, I knew how to fix it. I just needed to know what their issue was and what they needed, and then I worked it out then and there. So the first year I had an amateur camera, which lasted me the year, and then the second year I spent big money on bigger, better equipment.
Mm.
So he invested in me. So it was a big roller coaster ride, because half the time I was resenting my husband for putting me in this position.
No,
You know, it was like, you're spending all this money. Okay, I need to make it back.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Pressure.
it was that pressure, but that's the only way I work. Because now that my husband's saying I don't have to work now, I ain't doing nothing.
Isn't that funny?
I'm not doing nothing. And it was a big 2 years for me to realize. And I go to him, are you sure I don't need to work? He's like, yeah, I've been telling you for the last, God knows how long. And I'm like, okay, I'm just making sure. But I'm still working. I'm still doing things because I can't not do anything. Otherwise, I'll be on the couch cuddling my cat.
So you like to keep busy.
I have to. Otherwise, I get so bored and frustrated. I just got to,
Yeah.
as much of an introvert I like to be, I need people.
So that was 18 years ago. So mine was around the 20 years ago mark now. And Joe, you're completely different. So you touched on our last episode, how you've just recently gone into the business world. So where did your idea come from? So were you always in the marketing world? Like, talk about your journey.
So no. To answer your question in short form, no. I was always in the creative space. But basically, I have to thank my dad for this. My dad is a musician, and he's had a band for as long as I can remember, and he's very big in like the South American music. And when he started his band, that was when sort of like websites and like the digital side of things was becoming more of a thing, and he had absolutely no idea how to do anything. So I just went, okay, I'll make your website. And that's how I started. And I started doing all the graphic design for him. I taught myself how to use Photoshop and InDesign and Illustrator and all of those things. I literally just used to just figure it out, like play with it, and that's how I learned. And then because of that, then I decided, I actually kind of really like the media, like advertising, graphics, but I didn't want to tunnel myself into just doing graphic design. So went to uni and I started doing communications, and I majored in public relations. And then I graduated and I started working, and then in my very first job, the communications team got dissolved. And then it merged into a marketing team. And at the time, the CEO was like, I had only been there for like 4 months or something, fresh out of uni. And he's like, I see great potential in you. How would you like to head the marketing division? And I was like, what? What do you mean? Mind you, like I'm fresh out of uni. Like I have no idea what I'm doing. But he was so supportive, and he was just like, I know you can do this, even though I was fresh out of uni, but what we were doing was like that digital side of things. And so he's like, I know you've got the experience, like you can do this. So that's how I fell into marketing, and then I never left. And then about 2018 was when I decided that I wanted to start something for myself, but it was always just going to be a side thing. And I think I never saw it being what it is now. It was always just, it's an extra stream of income. While I have my full-time job, I can do it on like after hours on the side, and we'll see where it goes. And I think one of the biggest misconceptions about starting a business is that it's linear, that you just grow, and it doesn't work that way. Like it was so up and down for so long. I'd get one client, and then I'd lose one client, then I'd have nothing, and then I'd get 2 clients, and then I'd lose another client. And then I stopped doing it altogether when my son was born, because again, I was in full mum mode. And so I stopped for about a year. And then when he turned, it would have been just shy of his first birthday, that I was like, no, I'm going to start this back up again, and let's really like hit this hard and do it. So it took me a couple of years. I started getting a lot of momentum. So I quit my full-time job, went down to part-time. And then after having many conversations and many
conversations with who?
that Karma said to me. I think in the lead up to that, it was just that I had in my mind known that I was ready to quit my job and not have that backup. But I was scared. And everyone around me was like, we know you can do this. You know, you've got to make the decision for yourself. And like, we support you and we back you and, you know, you can do this. But I was so scared of losing that safety net that I postponed doing it. And so I was killing myself because I was working for them, trying to build my business, and it was starting to really take off. But I was so scared of like letting go. Eventually I was just like, you know what, I've got to do it. I had Karma in my ear.
I'm usually,
you can do this.
I'm usually in a lot of
this.
people's ears, sorry.
But that's good. You need that.
I was just, I think you knew the truth. You just,
I just needed the push.
You
because
did.
it had been something that I was thinking about for like 6 to 8 months before I made the decision. And because I think even when you and I first met, Carla, I had said to you, I think I want to quit my job and do this full time. But again, it was just that I was scared. That's just what it boiled down to. I was scared. But I needed that push to be like, you know what, like at the end of the day, I've got nothing to lose. If I do this and it completely flops, then
at least
I'll go back and I'll get a job and it'll be fine. But if I don't try, then I will forever regret not trying and not giving it 100%. And I think that's the thing that ultimately led me to, you know, to pursue JD marketing.
Yeah, because that's, I'm speaking from experience. I was working full time and running my business with my girls. So it wasn't until I let go that I was like every week, I was doing like 7 to 8 shoots a week, shooting during the week and weekends, every weekend. I hardly had a weekend free.
Yeah.
But that paid for like the little things, groceries, you know, holidays, you know, guilt-free without, you know, stressing out my husband too much. So that's why I was saying, like, you have to let go. Because I know as a creative, with stopping and starting.
It's hard.
It's hard. So you just got to keep in the flow.
And it was hard for me to pivot from, because I was working at my part-time job Mondays and Wednesdays. And so it was like Mondays I had to be in that mode. And then when I would get home, I had to switch over into like JD marketing and focus on my thing. And then Tuesday I'd be trying to do things with my, and then Wednesday I would get like, it was just
tears you apart. Like
it was too much. And when it got to the point where I saw it cutting into my time with my son at home, that I was like, I can't do both. I was on the brink of burning out because there was just too much happening. And even though I felt like I couldn't complain about it because, you know, what kind of a problem is you're too busy? Like that's a small business dream to be too busy.
But there's a good busy and there's a good busy and a bad busy.
Yeah. And so for me, it was like, it was really starting to pick up and I was getting noticed and people were talking about JD marketing. And obviously I started networking and I joined Business Mums and all those things. And so I was getting busy. At the same time, I was like, I'm really unhappy doing both things. I need to make a decision. And it really was just a crossroads.
It takes a real mental load, doesn't it? It does.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Well-being is so important.
It is. Like, what are you working for?
That's right. Especially now, like, you know, cost of living is just like ridiculous. And I think it's getting worse. And there's only so much you can take. But good on you for being so bold and courageous and
But I will say that a lot of it was the people around me, because I don't think I would have made the decision if it wasn't for like Karma, Business Mums, my family, like my husband, that were all in my ear saying, you can do this. We've got you. Like, we know that you're talented and that you're good at what you do and that, you know, you live and breathe marketing. Like, what's stopping you from doing this? And it was me. I was stopping.
I was about to say, it's probably you, your inner voice.
And the fear. Yeah. Because when you grow up, everyone drills into you the fact that you have to have stability, and like, especially when you have a child, when you have a family, that you need a regular income because you've got mortgage to pay for, you've got bills to pay for, you've got all of these things that you're responsible for, that I was stuck, like in fear of what if this doesn't work and we've got bills to pay and we've got a mortgage to pay, and like what are we going to do then? And then my husband was just like, what are you worried about?
If your husband is saying that, then that's always good reassurance.
Yes.
That you can do it.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a similar pattern. I feel like it's always our support, like our partners.
Our partners.
Yeah.
It's who you marry, and it's so important because I've seen from like my own eyes, the success of a family depends on partner you marry, whether it's a male or female partner. Like whether it's your husband or a wife.
Choose wisely.
I'm not saying like, oh, husbands, do better. Like stay-at-home dads is my husband's dream, but I'm like, no.
That's my husband's dream too.
So if the mum wants to work, amazing. As long as one of them has got the other one, emotionally, financially, and communication is very huge.
Yeah, it's true. So and that's like back to my story. Like it is my husband saying, you can do it. You are good at what you do. Just like you said, Joe. It was me. But just recently, going back to my story about Decorati, I paused. I stopped. But it wasn't an overnight process. It was a long time coming. So I've now gone onto the online digital world. Yes, me, digital. I am not a digital person.
So fun watching it.
I know.
But so I always had a YouTube channel. So actually my first video was in 2014 when I started. I don't even remember recording it. And then in lockdown, I did a couple more videos because that's what you did in lockdown. I had to serve my community because I wasn't going to teach them all these activities. So I had to go online. And then after lockdown happened, I was interviewed a couple of times on the ABC, The Guardian. So my business presence was back to norm. And I was so busy. I got the Easter show job in 2021 and we were teaching kids how to cook 7 times in 13 days straight.
Oh my God.
Wow.
So it just skyrocketed again. So Decorati was like in its prime. But it got to a point where was it? It was 2 years ago. I never forget it. I was doing interviews here because my base is here. And I was interviewing the woman. She was great. I said, look, I'll take you on board. But I started feeling lost. I'm like, you know what? Hiring, I'm scaling, I'm growing. But I felt like there was something missing. I actually got out of that interview. I had to take a breath. I went for a walk. I just didn't feel right. And I went, you know what? Something's not right. My business is booming. Like everyone loves to see where I was heading to next. And if they could join the class or if I was going to the family's school or daycare. Like everyone wanted to know where Decorati was going. And I was like, I don't know where I'm going. Because it was so busy.
You couldn't work on the business? Is that?
I couldn't, I had to work on the business, but I think it was just getting to a point where I didn't go all over Sydney anymore. So when I started the YouTube channel, it was called Decorati, Hands-on Learning with Miss Carla. And all these people were watching me. And then I had a mentorship, like connection with my mentor lady. And they were saying, well, why don't you bring more online? Because it was doing so well. And I'm like, how do I juggle teaching all over Sydney, literally loading up my car, teaching online, running business moms? It was getting to the point where I was getting burnt out. And back to the partner support, my husband would say, what are you doing? Why are you doing this to yourself? And I didn't know why. And then towards the end of last year, I had another mentorship moment and I I thought, I'm just going to rebrand because everyone knows me as Miss Carla from Decorati. And I went, you know what? I'm going to put it out there and see if YouTube can be just Miss Carla. And I rebranded, did all that. That's where you came in, Joe, and helped me. And it started working. And then I did the new look. And then just before, I think it was about just before Christmas, and maybe after Christmas, I'm not sure, I thought to myself, done. Cost of living has affected the classes, so the profit wasn't as much, because at the end of the day, it comes down to what we're talking about, and that is ideas to income. The income wasn't as good. And for what?
Yeah.
For me just moving into a different platform, not living out of my black boxes out of the car from class to class. It was, I can bring that same content, parents, on their phone, on their TV, and it's free for them. So it was working. So I had to be brave, like you were saying, Joe, and take that leap and just make that decision. So it's a big decision. So when I said to the world on social media, I'm not teaching anymore, my phone was going off.
Yeah,
What is going on? Why aren't you teaching? You said there's a health issue. Yeah, there is a health issue. It's called well-being. I'm serving the community for 11 years, going everywhere. Like I even went to Melbourne last year, and it was an amazing opportunity. But as you can see, online presence is just easier. But then there's that whole debate of screen time. Oh, don't let my children watch anything. I grew up with Play School. So did my children. It's all limits.
As long as it's not on the phone. Like, I don't mind that it's on the TV. It's the focusing on the phone.
I think at the end of the day, it's each to their own.
Yeah. Well, what's this judgment?
Exactly. Like, if it works for you, it works for you. And what some other parent does with their child probably won't work with my child, and vice versa.
That's right. So, but that was the thing. It's like I'm moving from hands-on to going to the screen. But
that's not your job to raise the kids. It's the parents. So, I mean.
So for me, if you want to turn the TV on and watch an episode of slime making, or whether they're listening to My Little Cherries brand new song, they're learning in that segment. So I'm still providing that. But again, it comes down to making that decision.
But also, you're also reaching online, like, because you're online, you're reaching out to other countries that don't speak English. So they're learning the English language because of you.
Hello to all my Japanese followers out there.
Yeah.
Thank you. Konnichiwa.
Yes. So
that's what it is. It's bringing
broadening
so much.
your reach.
Yeah. So I think there's so much judgment and that self-guilt.
But we do it to us mothers. We do it ourselves.
So thank goodness we've got that support, that cheerleader, especially with business mums as well. Like, and if it doesn't work out,
reassess the situation and then redo it.
I don't know if this is going to work. You know, I might not even bring on hands-on learning back, because I said I'm pausing, and I might start later on at the end of the year. I might get to the point where I don't want to. You know what I mean? So again, it's that reassessing, reevaluating, see if it works. No one knows if anything's going to work. Like, look at all
it's okay to let it go.
And look at all the businesses that have shut down and closed down, like especially in retail. Oh my goodness.
I know.
So many photographers, newborn photographers
as well,
shutting down. It's cost of living. Hard. So we're the last ones for even the big photographers. They're shutting down.
Really?
Figuring out what's going on, because cost of living, we're the last people are going to spend money on. This was a long time coming for me, moving out of the newborn family space. I was known for over 10 years as a newborn family photographer in my own community. My whole newborn photography journey, I felt like my client base was enough to support me throughout the years. So because it was a repeat client. But now I feel like they've all grown up. It's like I've created this community of newborn family by Karma, and they've all just grown up. So they're on a different stage of their lives. And I just feel like it was time for also me to let go and do what I love doing, which is creating content and working with businesses, because I love that the energy that bounces off each other.
Yeah.
Whereas newborn family is emotionally draining, which I absolutely loved over the years, and it was fulfilling for me to be able to help new mums, especially. A lot of new mums would come to me, and just literally physically helping them breastfeed their baby, or teaching them how to swaddle, or helping them routine. I had one family came once, I just so vividly in my head. I'm like, okay, like you might need to feed them, like they look hungry. They're like, oh, we didn't bring them because the session was 2 hours and they feed every 3 hours. I'm like, no, never leave your house without your nappy bag, regardless
100%.
of where you go. Your child will want to feed spontaneously sometimes. So that was
it's always when you're unprepared.
It was a privilege because for me to have this role, because it was their first outing was my studio.
Yeah.
99% of the time, my place was their first outing. That was a good kind of like reassuring they're doing the right good thing, you know, they're doing everything okay, and calming them down, and then heading them off to their journey for the next 12 months or 2 years till they come back again. And then it was just a lot hard emotionally to also convince the dads to be part of the family of photos. They drag their feet in, and you see the mum's face would be like so upset because we do so much. Just be on your best behavior.
I know, just smile for the damn photo.
For the 1 hour. Like, I know you don't want to be here, but how much is, like, even the kids, I'll say to them, like, your mum does everything for you. Let's just do this for her. And then they just look at me like, oh, thank you. Like, you know. So just, it was constant. And then when I had a marketing lady way before I met Jo. And I said to her, look, I want to keep doing this, and then eventually I'm going to stop. This was like years in the making. I didn't realize this till now. I was just thinking about it. And then I'm going to stop doing newborn family. And she's like, oh. For me to say that out loud and for someone to hear it was like, okay, the universe is now catching up. So it was like the last 12 months. And it wasn't until I met Business Mums Society that I see that there's a network of support that can catch me if I fall. And that's gave me the confidence to restart again. I love restarting.
So do I.
Fresh
being
play.
okay to pivot. I love that word.
I pivoted so hard. I've literally like got rid of half my studio wardrobe, like, and it just feels amazing.
You got to do it. You really do.
I have to let go. You know, so I'm ready to take on the next journey, and I'm taking my time. I'm not rushing like I did when I started 18 years ago, where I just rushed into everything and do what I thought. Like, for me to let go of my personality on social media. Like, I met my friend the other day, she's a photographer. She goes, ever since you started what you're doing now, you're shining better. I felt like you were hiding as a newborn family photographer. I'm like, oh, it's funny you said that, because that's what I thought as well. But it's funny that people are seeing that now. So that's my big ass pivot.
So I've got a question, and it's to both of you. So what's one thing you want to tell a mum listening right now, or maybe not a mum, maybe just a woman in general, if you've got an idea but they haven't made their first dollar yet? So they've got the ideas and they want to start a business, but they're just too scared. Like, what's some of the tips? So yours was
join a network.
Join a network. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Join, like, for example, Business Mums Society.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of us are either new in business or restarting, you know, they've just had their children and they want to do something. And then get a mentor in that group.
Yeah.
Ask questions. That's my biggest thing. Ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. And I learned everything on YouTube. Now we've got ChatGPT, so there's no excuse. And the other thing is, don't make excuses, because that's not going to pay bills. Don't say, oh, there's already do you know how many social media marketing places there are open now? That's not going to stop me, because people are going to choose you because of you. Yeah. Don't be afraid to show yourself. There's a lot of tips we can all give.
No, we could talk about this. How long have we got?
So what's a few things you can say to a mum out there, or a woman that wants to start a business?
Like sometimes people have come to our networking events and they're not even in business. They're thinking about it.
And that's amazing.
It is. And it's like they want to learn from us, because we have ideas all the time. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I try and problem solve a million solutions all the time. So what about you, Jo? So you are on on the new end, but if you met someone today and they were thinking of an idea or how they're going to make their first, that first income, because it is really important, like you said, like what sort of tips can you give this woman?
I think it's a fine line between being confident in what you're doing, but also because I know, like when I was first starting and probably for a lot of people, it's that when you're first starting, you're so scared of spending too much or over-investing or anything in case it doesn't work. And so I think it's a fine line of, yes, you've got to invest money to make money, but not being silly about it either.
Plan it better.
Exactly. And having a good strategy in place, having a good idea, and even though you're just starting, but planning for the next 6 to 12 months of where you want to be, setting attainable goals for yourself. So that way you yourself can also track your progress and see if it's working, see if it's not working. But similarly to what I said before, it's not linear, and don't expect it to be linear. It's going to take time, and you have to be patient and give yourself grace, because sometimes you'll have great months and other times you'll have a really terrible month, and that's okay. But being mentally prepared for those things makes it a little bit easier because you know what's coming. But same thing, it's like, don't be scared just because, someone else is doing something similar to you. Do you know how many marketing people there are out there?
They're everywhere.
Exactly. They're everywhere. And I'm competing with not only people here in Australia, but people that are overseas.
Overseas, yeah.
Every VA is also a marketer now.
They're the worst. Overseas are the worst.
Yeah. And so I get a lot of people saying to me, oh, but such and such in the Philippines does it for $8 an hour.
Yeah, but you're trusting, I would not ever give I'll give you full access to everything.
I'll be too scared to
I
use.
will not give full access to anyone overseas, because they can have access to my client's information.
Yeah.
And that could that could be all added into.
It's such a huge breach.
It's a huge breach. And if I've ever given I have a CRM, it's only they can't even see the client details. It's only the forms. If I need them to redo a form, it's all superficial things. But I know it's a lot more work teaching someone overseas who doesn't even have English as their first language. So
it's scary.
Stop that, and I never.
I think a lot of people don't see it that way. They just see dollars, and if they're saying they're going to do exactly what you're doing for $8, and at that point it's just like, well, then
take it
for it.
You're not my ideal client,
and then they come back to me 6 months later and say that it's terrible.
Fix the mess.
Everyone. But that's the other thing is that you're going to learn as you go, and that's just you can get all the advice from everyone around you, but at the end of the day, the best way to learn is to just do it. Do it, figure it out, and you'll figure it out for yourself.
And get the right advice. Like the mutual client we have, they listen to some random person on social media. Yeah, I use this person to set up Shopify. This was way before you jumped on board. And I'm like, who is this person, and why did they offer help? Are they trying to sabotage you or something? Because they were in the same line of
was it because it was cheaper?
No, it was just because they were an e-com brand, and they were trying to help my new client with their e-com brand. Like, are they using this person because they sabotaged hard?
Because when I then jumped on,
she's still cleaning it up,
and I was like, what is going on here? There were so many things that were just not set up correctly, or set up it was basically held together by string. It was ridiculous. But that's just it. As your time goes on in business, you start to figure these things out, who you can trust, who you can't trust, and that sometimes figures and money and those sorts of things really don't come into play. Obviously, yes, everyone's got their own budgets that they have to adhere to. Yeah, but you get what you pay for.
But end of the day, losing time is worth is worse than losing money, because you can make your money back, but you can't make your time back. So that's another tip I can give to you. If you can save time by hiring someone else to do it, you will save so much more than money in the long run. And I've learned that in and out. And don't make decisions emotionally. I had this business coach approach me at the right time for her because I was already emotionally, in a wormhole of, somebody please save me. And I thought she would. And it wasn't until I paid her, I realized I had to save myself. It wasn't up to anyone else. So I wasted my money. I won't say I wasted my money. I learned a lot from having her in my life because I probably wouldn't be where I am today in terms of I never thought I'd be a speaker or anything. I thought I'd always be behind the camera. So she opened my eyes a little bit. I would say she just ruffled the bottom of the river for me. And I found my way to Carla.
Yeah. But networking is definitely a big one.
I will say that online and offline.
Yeah. And just find your group. Like, not every networking group is going to be for you. Some of them, they may work wonders for other people, but it might not be your thing. They all kind of run a little bit differently, but just find your crew and see what works for
They're
you.
good tips,
we got a lot of tips. We can keep going.
We got a lot of tips. No, that's good.
Carla's like, no, that's enough.
No, I'm just thinking. So what you're saying is pretty much networking, have the courage, have the confidence, and give it a go. Yeah.
Be smart with your time.
Yeah. That's it's so true. I just how you see sometimes on Instagram, if you would start your business from scratch now, like what would you do? Like, have you seen those reels?
I would run.
You would run.
Would you?
No.
Okay.
What would you do different?
Yeah. Would you do something differently if you could go back?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it for a while. I'm really stumbled on this one. I probably would have found a really good network. That was my thing. That's why I started Business Mums.
Yeah.
I think I didn't have that go-to. Because look at me, I'm so creative. I'm Miss Carla. It's its own niche in a way because it was either like ABC Kids or like American channels like Sesame Street that taught you things online. And then you got childcare centers. Like I was very alone. Very alone.
Yeah. I would.
So I would network better.
For me, I would work on my mental health better. I just having flashbacks of me sitting on the couch crying because I thought I wasn't good enough. I didn't have a network around me. So the importance, I don't know that word, mental health.
Well-being, maybe?
Well-being, like
better.
I was just
Self-care,
doing
self-love.
and believing in myself, I had to be my own cheerleader and I didn't. I was too busy. I just had tunnel vision. Get the money.
Yeah.
I didn't have the community.
It's important because obviously
but I
the reason why a lot of people start businesses is because they want to make money.
Absolutely.
There's no shame in that.
No, and that's another thing, shame for wanting money.
Well,
for what
But
we're doing what I love. We're doing what I love.
Knowing your worth.
That's what
Yeah,
knowing my worth earlier.
I feel like we need a whole podcast just for that topic.
We've got that coming up in a few more weeks. Ladies, don't worry. I've got that
Put that
lined
on the
up.
list.
Add it on. How about you, Joe?
If I could go back and do it again, I think I would have taken the leap a lot sooner. Which, look, hindsight is a great
self-belief.
thing. But yeah, it's, obviously piggybacking off what you said, but just believing in myself. I think I wanted to join a networking group, obviously way back when I first started and I just never did. But I think having found my group of people that I connected with and they understood what I was going through, because I'll be honest, before I networked, for me it was like, what a waste of time. Like,
you didn't know the value of it.
Yeah, because my job is solo. Like, why do I need someone else? And it wasn't until I had obviously been doing my business for a number of years that I got really lonely because everything I do and did was either, trying to build my business or being a mum. There was nothing else. There was no one else I could bounce ideas off. There was no one else that I could, I guess, talk to about the business journey, because my husband's never owned a business. He's always had a full-time job and worked. And so he didn't really understand. We were both kind of learning together. And even though he was super supportive, but he didn't understand some of the things that I mentally was going through and was doing alone. And I would talk to my dad because, again, my dad was a musician. He had his own band. He used to have a business as well back in the day. They've changed so much since he was in business that he didn't understand some of the things that I was going through. And when I first started really putting myself out on social media, everyone was just like, why are you doing this? And I was like, oh, you people just don't understand. And then when I joined Business Mum Society, it was like, they get it. They understand what I'm going through, and I could literally ring any of them or put something in our WhatsApp group and someone
no judgment.
would exactly there
Someone
was no
will
judgment.
answer.
Someone will answer.
It's funny you say that because sometimes on the WhatsApp group,
I remember starting that for you.
yes,
You're like,
thank
what
you
are you
so much.
What are you talking about, Karma? I'm like, I'll just do it.
Again, that's the digital in me. But that WhatsApp group, because we're all so busy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know someone will answer. So if, like last night, I was at the gym for a couple of hours and there was a message and I'm like, I saw it, but I really have to go get a clean towel, go fill up my cup because Zumba's about to start. Like, I know someone will answer. I finished Zumba, got in the car and I'm thinking, oh my God, it's so late. I need to get home. Someone had answered it. And that's the thing. I don't have to stress by answering it. I'm not saying I don't want to answer it, but there's always someone. And there's some days where I'll throw it. It's probably me. Hey, ladies, I've got to go take my dad to an appointment. I am not going to be seeing, do not don't expect me to answer. It's just, and you get it. You get that I have to be caring for my dad or my mum or whatever. It's okay. It's on the WhatsApp group. People know and we just get it. But we're like-minded.
Well, I think because everyone's in such similar situations where, we get it. We're mums, we're balancing businesses, we've got extended families, you've got other commitments, which everyone does, and that's just life. But there is never, I guess, she didn't respond or I couldn't get a response. Like, it's never, it's someone will jump in, someone will help each other.
We've got each other.
Exactly.
No judgment.
Yeah. And even if it's not business related, because obviously, like, we've all got things happening in our personal lives, and again, it's life. But I've even found solace in telling you guys about things that are happening or drama that's happening or whatever it may be, and someone will come to me with, oh, I know such and such, you should give them a call or you should ring this person, or I know, it's not even anything to do with business. It's just the support that comes from the group is just
that's good.
So good.
I'm a Yellow Pages for anyone who needs a tradie. So
that's
we've got
good.
you, girl.
So we might wrap it up there, ladies. So I think we've given some practical tips and a bit of encouragement to everyone out there. So next up, we're going to be talking about mum guilt and business dreams.
Oh, that's fun.
And can we have both? So you got to get your cup filled, do what you do in life. And until we meet again, thanks, ladies, for coming on. And
thank you.
Let's get ready for mum guilt in the next episode.
Yes. Excited.
Bye.